Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanamma. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Nepali Congress obstruct the parliament session today, demanding for answers from the Prime Minister regarding disputed Home Minister. Victims of Micr Finance reach a 6-point agreement with the government, the central bank to take responsibility of improving microfinance sector. Hamas says it has submitted a new truce proposal to mediators Egypt and Qatar. Israel attacks a crowd of people waiting for aid once again, killing at least 21 and injuring 150. And Nepal playing a friendly against Malaysia ahead of its match against Bahrain under FIFA World Cup and AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. Now, the main opposition, Nepali Congress, has obstructed the parliament, demanding for answers from the Prime Minister regarding Home Minister Ravi Lamichhane, who has been dragged into cooperative fraud scandal. Speaker Devraj Ghimire had halted the meeting following the obstruction. The bill related to registration of political parties was scheduled to be presented at the lower house earlier today. However, Congress lawmakers remain firm on their stance of not letting the parliament move forward on other issues until the Prime Minister furnishes answer regarding the controversial Home Minister. Congress Chief Whip Ramesh Lekhak demanded answers from the Premier and said that his party did not want to obstruct discussions on the principles and priorities of the budget. Prior to this, the main opposition had demanded the resignation of Home Minister Lamichhane as soon as the meeting began, saying that he could hinder investigation on the issue of cooperatives and microfinance fraud. Congress lawmaker Pradeep Paudel also demanded resignation from the Home Minister on moral grounds. The lawmakers said that the Home Minister and the Minister for Law must be probed for their alleged involvement in irregularities. Likewise, lawmakers have also questioned the government regarding problems of road accidents and migrant workers. CPN-UML lawmaker Bhim Acharya drew the government's attention towards the trend of acquiring loans to go abroad and failing to pay them. Lawmakers drew the government's attention towards the problems witnessed in financial sector. Victims of microfinance have reached a 6-point agreement with the government. With this, the victims of microfinance have halted their protests. Based on the agreement, the Nepal Rashtra Bank will take the responsibility of reforming the microfinance sector. The government had formed a committee led by Joint Secretary at the Home Ministry to hold dialogue with the victims. The task force of the 5-party ruling alliance has finalized the draft of the government's common minimum program. The meeting of the task force held in Singhdarbar earlier today finalized the draft for coalition government's common minimum program. The 10-member task force has made preparations to submit the 9-page long draft to senior leaders of the 5 ruling parties, including the Prime Minister. The draft includes issue of addressing the problems of victims of cooperatives and microfinance to uplift the country's failing economy. The draft also includes identification of solutions to growing problem of unemployment in the nation. The issues of repatriation of Nepali nationals recruited in the Russian army and rescue of Nepali student Bipin Joshi from Hamas captivity have also been included in the draft. The 10-member task force, including 2 members each from the 5 ruling parties, was formed under the coordination of UML Vice Chair Vishnu Paudel on 10th of March. Members of the task force have said that the program will be made public within a few days after senior leaders study the draft. In Koshi Province, CPN-UML have demanded resignation from Chief Minister Kedar Karki on moral grounds, saying he no longer had the majority support at the Provincial Assembly. Speaking at a press conference in Biratnagar, UML Whip Rewati Bhandari said Chief Minister Karki had fallen into the minority and could not lead the government. It's World Consumer Day today. Every year since 1962, March 15th has been celebrated as Consumer Day. However, the day was first officially only marked in Nepal some 11 years ago. The Constitution of Nepal has established consumer rights as a fundamental right, stating that each citizen has a right to quality goods and services. However, consumer rights activists say the government lacks seriousness in this regard.
राज्यले सुशासनको प्रत्याभूत गर्ने हो भने राज्य आफैले बनाएको उपभोक्ता सम्बन्धी कानुनहरू नियमहरूलाई अक्षरशः पालन गर्ने स्थिति आफूले पैदा गर्नुपर्छ।
अहिले के देखिया छ भने सरकारसँग इच्छा शक्ति छैन भन्ने देखिया छ। अहिले स्थानीय सरकारसँग, प्रदेश सरकारसँग र सङ्घीय सरकारसँग चाहिँ बजार स्वच्छ बजार कायम गर्ने र उपभोक्ता हित संरक्षण गर्ने त्यो इच्छा शक्ति चाहिँ देखिएको अवस्था छ नि देखियोस्।
The centre has Department of Commerce to implement Consumers' Rights Act. Likewise, there are departments of Food Management, Technology and Quality Control and the Bureau of Standards and Metrology that have the authority to conduct market monitoring. Local levels also have their own authority to conduct monitoring, and each districts have their own monitoring committee. However, none of the entities have carried it out effectively. A few monitoring outings have been taken up after complaints through government grievance portal Hello Sarkar. However, that has yet to ensure market quality. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.